What if the ordinary quarter in your pocket right now was quietly holding on to a piece of American history worth thousands of dollars? Imagine pulling a 1971 Washington quarter from your change, flipping it over, and realizing you might be staring at a small fortune. Your heart races. Could this be one of those rare coins that changes everything? That dusty coin from 1971 isn't just metal, it's a survivor from a turbulent era, carrying stories of presidents, eagles, and minting mysteries that collectors chase with passion. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll never look at your spare change the same way again. The camera zooms in slowly on that silver-toned disc, light catching every ridge. Close up on George Washington's stern profile. This isn't just currency. This is living history. Let's travel back. The year is 1971. America is still reeling from the 1960s. Vietnam, social upheaval, economic shifts. The U.S. Mint had already said goodbye to silver quarters in 1965, switching to a copper nickel-clad composition to save costs. But the iconic Washington design endured. John Flanagan's masterpiece, first struck in 1932 for Washington's bicentennial birth celebration, was still going strong. Flanagan, a gifted sculptor, based Washington's portrait on Jean-Antoine Houdon's famous bust. That proud, determined gaze looking left, the powdered wig tied neatly, the strong jawline. It captures the father of our nation not as a distant legend, but as a real man who led through revolution. Above him, bold letters spell Liberty. Below, the date 1971, and tucked in the left field, the quiet promise, "In God we trust." Now flip it. The reverse hits you with pure American power. A majestic bald eagle, wings spread wide in triumph, perched on a bundle of arrows and an olive branch. United States of America arcs across the top, a pluribus unum above the eagle, and quarter dollar at the bottom. Every feather, every leaf, every detail meticulously engraved. It's not just a bird. It's a symbol of strength, freedom, and resilience. In your mind's eye, picture it gleaming under 1971 mint lights, fresh off the press, ready to circulate through a changing nation. But here's where the suspense builds. Most 1971 quarters look ordinary. Billions were struck. Over 109 million at Philadelphia with no mint mark. A massive 258 million at Denver with the D, and proof versions at San Francisco with the S. They were meant for everyday pockets, vending machines, and cash registers. Yet some carry secrets most people walk right past. Zoom in closer. Look at Washington's ponytail on the obverse. That tiny mint mark tells a story of origin. No mark? Philadelphia. A bold D? Denver. These details separate the common from the potentially special. And then there are the hidden details collectors lose sleep over. Run your fingers along the edges. Feel those reeded ridges, 132 of them, designed to prevent clipping. But the real thrill lies in the die varieties. Some 1971 quarters, especially from Denver, show a dramatic double die reverse. Lettering like United States of America or quarter dollar appears slightly doubled, like a ghost image. It's not wear. It's a minting error from the die itself. One circulated example might fetch hundreds, while pristine ones have hammered at auction for thousands. Imagine spotting that under magnification. Your pulse quickens. Is this the one? The script slows for drama. Dramatic music swells as we show extreme close-ups of doubling on the eagle's feathers or arrows. Not every 1971 has it, but when it does, it becomes legendary in the numismatic world. Now, let's talk real value. No hype. Just facts that still feel electric. In circulated condition, most 1971 quarters are worth face value or a tiny premium, maybe 30 cents to a few dollars. But condition changes everything. A high-grade MS 67 Philadelphia example sold for thousands at auction. Top Denver specimens in MS 68 territory have reached similar heights. Proof S versions in deep cameo can surprise too. The key? Grading. Professional services like PCGS or NGC examine every scratch, every mark, every luster. A coin in perfect original mint state glows with that cartwheel luster, the way light dances across the surface like it just left the presses. One tiny bag mark can drop the value dramatically. That's why collectors obsess. It's not just about rarity, it's about preservation. These coins survive decades of handling, inflation, and pocket change. The ones that emerged untouched feel almost miraculous. Picture a collector in a quiet room, loupe in hand, heart pounding as they inspect a roll of bank-wrapped quarters from an old estate. The suspense is real. Every coin tells its own journey, from the bustling Philadelphia Mint to dusty drawers, gas station registers, and now, possibly, your collection. What draws people so deeply to coin collecting? It's more than money. It's connection. Holding a 1971 quarter links you to the era when America landed on the moon's legacy, when Nixon was in the White House, when everyday folks carried these coins without a second thought. It's nostalgia mixed with discovery, the thrill of the hunt, the satisfaction of finding order in history's chaos. Some collectors build complete date and mint sets, chasing that perfect album fill. Others hunt varieties like the double die, turning a simple flip into an adrenaline rush. Rehook moment. But wait, what if your 1971 quarter has something even rarer? Wrong planche errors, off-center strikes, or those elusive double dies. Stories circulate of hunters finding gems in circulation or inherited jars. The possibility keeps millions checking their change. Could yours be next? Visualize this cinematic sequence. Slow-motion shots of coins tumbling through a sorting machine. A hand reaches in, pulls one out. Lights flare. The eagle seems to come alive. Cut to archival footage of 1970s America. Cars, fashion, headlines, interwoven with gleaming coin close-ups. The quarter isn't cold metal. It's alive with the spirit of its time. Collectors often describe that emotional pull. There's something profoundly human about it. George Washington staring back at you, reminding you of sacrifice and leadership. The eagle soaring, evoking pride in the nation's endurance. In a world of digital transactions and fleeting trends, these physical pieces of history ground us. They make us pause, reflect, and dream about the stories they've witnessed. Not every 1971 quarter will make you rich. Most won't. But every single one carries value beyond dollars. Historical, educational, emotional. The hunt itself is the reward. It sharpens your eye, teaches patience, and connects you to a passionate community of numismatists sharing finds online, at shows, and in forums. So here's your challenge. Grab any 1971 quarters you have, check the mint mark, grab a magnifying glass or phone macro lens, look for doubling on the reverse, examine the condition, feel the weight, the details. Even if it's just worth a quarter, you've stepped into a bigger story. As the music builds to an emotional crescendo, we see the coin spinning slowly, light reflecting like stars. This small disc survived over 5 decades. It passed through countless hands, working people, dreamers, families. It endured economic ups and downs, yet here it is, still telling its tale. The 1971 Washington quarter reminds us that treasures hide in plain sight. Ordinary objects can hold extraordinary secrets. Whether you find a high-value gem or simply appreciate its craftsmanship, you become part of that legacy. What story does your 1971 quarter hold? Drop it in the comments below. Have you ever found a double die or a high-grade beauty? Share your closest call or your favorite coin hunting memory. Which year's quarter are you checking next? Hit like if this fired up your curiosity, subscribe for more deep dives into rare coins, valuable finds, and hidden history, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next treasure reveal. Because in the world of coins, the next big discovery might be sitting right in your pocket. Thanks for watching. Now go check that change drawer. Who knows what you'll find?